Hi there. I'm going to do a little bit of a problem that deals with fractions and combining fractions, not necessarily adding or subtracting fractions, but making more fractions. And here's the best example. Basically, and a lot of times with fractions, the easiest way to think about it in terms of a physical thing, a fraction of a physical thing. The most common way a lot of times that we're talking about is pizza. So let's say we have a pizza. And instead of making a round pizza, which I know most people deal with, let's make a square pizza. The fractions will turn out the same. The only difference between a square and a round pizza is it's a lot easier to deal with fractions when you're talking about square versus making a nice circular pie. So let's say we have a nice square Sicilian pizza here that's 8 big old pieces. And enjoy during the night, have a little fun, eat a lot of pizza, and let's say at the end of the night there are 2 pizzas left. So we have that piece is still there, and that piece of pizza is still there. So we have that much of the pizza left, but we have 3 people. Now if we had 2 people, great, 1 piece per person, but we have 3 people left, so we're going to have to divvy these up into 3 pieces there. Well, before we figure out how much of that original pizza each person's going to get, we have to figure out how much of that pizza is left after the night. So notice that we had originally 8 pieces. So there's our denominator. It tells us we have 8 pieces there. And we have 2 left. So that leaves us, when we reduce this down, because 2 will go into 2, and 2 will go into 8, and leave us with 1/4. So we have 1/4, and you can see that we have a quarter of the pizza left here. So what we want to do now is take that 1/4 of the pizza and divide it into 3 equal pieces. That'll tell us how much of the original pizza we have left. Now to go over division, kind of give a reminder when we divide fractions here, the first part we leave the same. We change that division to multiplication, and we take the inverse of the second number. Well, if it's a fraction, you have 1/4 or 2/5. Just flip it here, you notice that we don't have a fraction. We have an integer. But remember, all integers can be expressed as fractions by putting them over 1. So what we can do is just flip 3 over 1 and make it 1 over 3. So now we have 1/4 times 1/3. Well, when you multiply fractions, first thing you see is, can anything on the top cancel with anything on the bottom? Well, in this case, we only have 1s on the top. 1s can't cancel with anything else, so in that case we're just going to multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 3 is 12. So each of these little pieces here that we have that we're going to end up with, if you compare it to the original piece of pizza, is 1/12 of the original pizza. Any questions? Post it in the comments below. Thanks so much.